Sports on the Bayou is brought to you by our naming sponsors, Alford and Associates, protecting your business, benefiting your employees. St. Martin and Bork, attorneys at law. Know your rights. And Rouse's Markets, the official supermarket of the New Orleans Saints. On today's show, we'll talk plenty of sports, Saints, LSU, Nichols, and high school with a live audience full of energy. Other participating corporate sponsors include Terrebonne General Community Sports Institute, Gen Gators Power Systems, South Louisiana Bank, Quality Rental Tools, Barca Honda, Crosby Tugs. Now from the Eugene J. False and Lorraine False studios in Houma, Louisiana, here's the freaks of football, Bobby, Rich, Mike, Martin, Harry, Stan, and Chuck. It's time for Sports on the Bayou.
Welcome to another version of Sports on the Bayou. Mike to tell you, along with the Cajun Cannon, Rich Marty. To talk about today, we'll be back with more Sports on the Bayou.
You're back, your ham.
Sports on the Bayou is brought to you by Rouse's Markets, official supermarket of the New Orleans Saints. Alford and Associates, protecting your business, benefiting your employees. And St. Martin and Bork, attorneys at law. Know your rights. When we come back, who's in the crowd?
Every day, thousands of people hit the road heading towards their dreams. But sometimes those dreams collide with a harsh reality. Auto accidents with 18-wheelers can change lives in an instant. That's why you need the experience and expertise of St. Martin and Bork. With over 50 years of experience, St. Martin and Bork have fought for justice for the victims of truck accidents.
If you've been in a wreck with an 18-wheeler, know your rights.
Call St. Martin and Bork today to schedule your free consultation.
Selecting an insurance provider for your business is a big decision.
With over 26 years of experience, our Alford team is your solution for quality and proven coverage.
The customer service you remember from years ago is what we pride our team on.
We know how important your company is to the community.
From small businesses to large businesses, Alford & Associates can manage your insurance. It's our job.
Alford & Associates, benefiting your employees and protecting your business.
Rouse's Markets is voted best grocery store in New Orleans, best grocery store in Baton Rouge, Mississippi, Gulf Coast, Thibodeau, Houma, Hammond, Lake Charles, Mobile, year after year. Thank you for choosing us best grocery store on the Gulf Coast. Number one. Thank you.
Thank you.
The number one grocery store
in Mississippi, Alabama,
Louisiana. 1 million customers a week can't be wrong. Welcome to Rouse's.
Sports on the Bayou is also brought to you by our corporate sponsors, Terrebonne General Community Sports Institute, Gen Gators Power Systems, South Louisiana Bank, Quality Rental Tools, Barker Honda, Crosby Tugs. Now, back to Sports on the Bayou.
We're back here on Sports on the Bayou. Martin, I'll kick it to you, brother.
Well, look at this crowd today. I'm so excited about seeing all these high school teams that are going to be competing on Friday. I've been so pumped up all week that I brought my fellow teammate, Harry McCullough. Normally he comes up during his segment, but I wanted him right by my side for this because this is Edie White Vanderbilt playing on Friday.
Well, it's like Super Bowl on the Bayou.
Covenant Christian has had a great year, so I'm sort of pumped up today.
There you go, brother.
So Harry's going to help me introduce some tables, and I'm going to do a little filling in. Then we'll talk a little more after.
Yeah, let's do it. We're going to start with Alford & Associates.
As one of our naming sponsors, Priscilla over there, raise your hand.
Priscilla.
All right.
Cook.
All right, number 2, St. Martin and Bork.
All right, Chuck's going to have this segment coming up. Chuck, where's your suit today? You left it at home, huh? You didn't wear a coat today.
Casual Tuesday.
Casual.
There you
Oh, I like that.
That's a good one, Chuck. I like that.
Chuck, you come up.
Number 3 is Rouse's.
Look at Rouse's with a packed house today, and we want to thank our meal. Rouse's cooks our meal every week. We appreciate that.
Half my paycheck goes to Rouse's each month. Terrebonne General Community Sports Institute.
And Stan's going to be having a segment with Covenant Christian, so we're looking forward to that. Harry will be talking to Vanderbilt and Edie White, so we're going to cover all bases.
Next up is Jen Gators.
Look at Jen Gators in the house, and they have as their guest to Pastor Dwayne, Pastor Rachel, and Travis and Eon doing a good job. Look, they brought Lane. Lane, stand up on that chair for a second. Let them see the future coming up. Look at that. Man, that kid can play any position he wants. Man, wow. There we go.
Put him in the trenches right now.
Yeah.
I'm glad he didn't fall because Chuck had his pad out.
Where we at? Crosby Tugs.
All right, look, and over here we got Vanderbilt's at the Crosby Tugs table. We've been talking to Coach Brown. You will be in a little bit. Good to have Vanderbilt here.
Yeah. Barker Honda.
And look, Lester brought Edie White with him over here. And what I'm really glad to see, we're going to talk about them in a while, you can finally put Edie White right next to Vanderbilt. We don't need Percy in the middle with a shotgun. Everything is good. They got a good, great relationship. We love that. Okay.
South Louisiana Bank.
And look, Steve brought me another $100 for the raffle today. Steve, thank you. Don't go over big. We appreciate that.
So, Warren, with the raffle, I'm going to take care of you after Thanksgiving. Don't worry, I'm going to come up with the big bucks.
Well, I've been waiting for that $100 from Bobby.
If you put that in interest, you know how much money you have with that $100
it's after Thanksgiving.
All right, quality rental tool.
Look at Jack. He's got his team over there. Jack's ready to go. All right.
Next up, Terrebonne Consolidated Government.
There you go. We got the crew over there, Ron and his crew. We appreciate them being here.
Terrebonne Parish School District.
They run it late. They know
they're a week off, you know.
Yeah.
Grand Isle Shipyard's in the house.
Yeah, look at him, boy. Yeah, that's some old timers over there.
That's an old praise show. And
then we got the Sheriff's Department back at them. Give everybody, law enforcement, and all the first responders, thank y'all so much. Veterans, thank y'all all for what y'all do.
Well, you know what? I got to interrupt right now. I'm glad DePaul Smith's in the house.
Where's DePaul? Look at DePaul.
DePaul.
The WWL.
Finally showed up. Fashionably late.
Yeah.
We're going to be at Rouse's doing sports talk in Houma. When you think about it, we are traveling all-stars. We're going to be at Rouse in Houma the chicken.
Hey,
we're going to be
if you can't believe he's still alive.
If you get a flag, wait, hold on. If you get a flag thrown on me, I'm taking some of your time later.
Well, no, you got a minute 30.
Yeah, but we're trying.
Right,
look at Councilman Steve Trosclair over there, and we got Travis on that table, and we're going to be talking about some of these players in a bit. I'm not going to steal Stan's thunder, but what a great team at Covenant Christian. Y'all stand up back there. Stand up. These guys deserve all the recognition they get.
Whoa, that's a fine young man. They look very studly.
I tell you what, that's a good football team, and better than that, some great kids. We love that. All right, keep going, Harry. Sorry about that. Between me and Bobby, you'll get through it.
All right, headache and pain.
Yeah, we got right here, we moved this up. Explore Houma is right-handed crowd.
Not bad.
Yeah, they always making noise. And in the back, we got South Central Louisiana Human Services Authority. There you go. We got it. And then finally, I got my Aunt Miriam and my cousins and cousins-in-law, so they're here. And just to let you know, Aunt Miriam, she's a former Edie White on Mount Carmel grad.
Oh, I wonder who she's cheering for.
Well, yeah, we know who she's cheering for, but that's okay. That's okay. It's a rivalry, all right?
Yes.
All right, Martin, and you guys growing up, that was a big rivalry, Edie White, Vanderbilt, still is today. So maybe some memories from that.
Well, I can give you memories because when we were 3, I moved to Houma. Otherwise, I'd have been at Edie White. My mama was a Mount Carmel graduate. Look at Mama. They were the city champs in basketball. Look at Lorraine right there. That's Miss Haydell, Miss Jean Haydell next to her. She was a Marcella. But Harry's dad was a coach.
Thibodeau College.
They got McCullough Street in Thibodeau. So there's 2 Houma guys that could have been at Edie White. But our senior year, Cam Morvaunt was our coach, the district attorney of Lafourche, who was an Edie White All-State football player. Joe Fake, who was Mr. Edie White, was my safety coach my senior year. Harry will remember this. They come in, they tell us how much they hated E.D. White. And we're thinking to ourselves, wait, y'all went to E.D. White. They said, no, we had a big falling out. We hate it. We don't like it anymore. They were motivating us. Of course, we drank the Kool-Aid. But 3 or 4 weeks later, we see them eating and having a couple of cocktails with the E.D. White coaches. So, but we had drank the Kool-Aid. They were riling us up, so to speak. But there's no better rivalry in this area than E.D. White and Vanderbilt. And the connections between the two schools are unbelievable. Just like when y'all played Central Lafourche.
No, they never beat us.
No. He's right. He's right about that. He's right about that.
Well, we've gone back and forth over the years. And it's going back and forth. We weren't all on the same classification. Even in 2007, that 2008 year, going back to when we were there, I had a son that was playing for Vanderbilt, playing E.D. White. I even got. Remember the old, well, everybody used to have these black wreaths, right? That was kind of a thing back in the day. You'd put them. I wrote a note from E.D. White, snuck in there in the middle of the night, hung it up for Vanderbilt, and they came in the next day and they were pissed. They were like, look what E.D. White sent to us. You know, it was like the pups are going down, we're going to kill the pups and all this stuff. And so, yeah, just to continue the tradition that I had from my brother playing and when I played, they always had these black wreaths that would go back and forth. Said it came from the other people.
Well, it's amazing the 21st century how relevant E.D. White has been. Mm-hmm. But I can tell you, I'm going back 50 years now, the 70s. No, Vanderbilt. I recognize more Vanderbilt than I did E.D. White. I ain't hating on nobody. I'm just keeping it real.
Yeah, but y'all were playing. While y'all were winning the state championship your senior year, we were losing the state championship.
Yeah,
we were playing in it.
We were playing the state. Exactly.
But look, Ed Day and Terry Bro back there, they had big rivalries with E.D. White. But I guess the biggest part of all, when we went to E.D. White our senior year, Coach Morvant made us warm up at Nicholls State. He said, I don't want to be on E.D. White's field 1 minute more than we have to. We warmed up at Nicholls.
Like we weren't going to show up.
We walked in.
We walked off the bus right to kickoff.
The bus had gone into some ravine somewhere. Right. But we walked on the field. The first thing we heard was the E.D. White fight song. Why is that relevant? Because Coach Morvant put our manager in the cage all week, and we had to listen to the E.D. White fight song all week.
Get you motivated.
Yeah. All week long. So the minute we hit E.D. White's field,
we went right to kickoff.
Well, when you look at the great Catholic universities in the country, Notre Dame's number 1, Boston College number 2. You know, when you look at it, so when they play, that's a big game. But when you look at, that's like the Bayou version of Notre Dame and Boston College, E.D. White and Vanderbilt. It just is. I mean, it's like, come on, who's going to have bragging rights? It could change year to year, but how can you not get fired up? Are you a human? I mean, I don't know. I mean, how can you not have any passion?
Let me say this in close.
Goosebumps, 3 songs right now.
Because I get asked all the time, you cover both schools, who you pulling for? Kyle is saying, wouldn't think much of me if I said, well, I'm absolutely pulling for E.D. White. I mean, I bleed blue and gold, but I do have some red veins given to me by my mom from Mount Carmel. Right. So you want it to be a good game. You want nobody to get hurt. You want it to be a Christian-like atmosphere. You want the kids to go out there and beat the snot out of each other.
Christian-like atmosphere off the field, not on the field.
Two great programs, and we love the fact that it's a game that we can hype up for a change like this. And Covenant Christian, when y'all play Houma Christian one day or something, we could do the same thing. These local rivalries are pretty good. But thank y'all both for y'all programs, and Harry's going to be talking to more of y'all, and I'm pumped up, baby. Let's go.
Yeah. Thanks for the memories, Martin. We'll be back with more sports on the Bayou.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh, no.
Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. 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 All right, let's go.
Let's keep it going.
Guess what? What? I love you.
You love me? Guess what, Mom?
What?
I'm gonna kick your ass.
When we come back, Saints Talk. You won't want to miss this.
Selecting an insurance provider for your business is a big decision.
With over 26 years of experience, our offered team is your solution for quality and proven coverage.
The customer service you remember from years ago is what we pride our team on.
We know how important your company is to the community.
From small businesses to large businesses, Alford & Associates can manage your insurance. It's our job.
Alford and Associates, benefiting your employees and protecting your business.
Structural heart disease refers to a defect in the heart's valves, walls, or chambers that keeps the heart from pumping blood properly. Valve or structural heart problems may be present at birth or develop over time. Your risk increases if you have high blood pressure, plaque buildup, history of heart attack, take certain medications, or have certain heart infections. The Structural Heart Program at CIS and Terrebonne General provides innovative solutions and devices with the latest technology to bring the best possible outcomes for patients. Learn more at cardio.com.
Sports on the Bayou is brought to you by St. Martin and Bourke Attorneys at Law. Know your rights. Alford and Associates, protecting your business, benefiting your employees. And by Rouse's Markets, official supermarket of the New Orleans Saints. Now, back to Sports on the Bayou.
We're back here on Sports on the Bayou. It's our Saints segment, and they stay undefeated in the bye week. And so it happened again this week, guys. They play the Rams. And we know last year they didn't get any pressure on Matt Stafford, and he torched them. And so the key to the game is you better get pressure on Matt and fast. If you watch Sunday night, the Eagles were after him. He wasn't the same guy.
Yeah, but we don't have
We don't have that capacity.
We don't have them dudes up front.
Yeah, no. That's why when I look at where the Saints are at right now, giving up explosive plays, the Saints allow way too many, far too many explosive plays. If you look at the Browns, because that's the last game they played, Cleveland had 5 plays that went for at least 20 yards, including 89-yard touchdown. Remember that Jameis Winston and Jerry Jeudy? If that happens, the Saints ain't winning. So and then how can we finish games? Because the Saints have not been able to finish games and close it out. So if you look at it, and the Saints, New Orleans either had the lead or was within one score of the start of the fourth quarter and 6 of the losses. Okay, can you finish the game? Don't give up chunk plays. You might bend, but don't break. But I'm not worried about our offense. I think the offense is going to be fine. But even though they don't have Chris Olave, Rashid Shaheed, and all that, I'm more worried about our damn defense against the Rams.
I'm more worried about the secondary.
Yeah.
Having a matchup against Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua. Last year, they spun them around like a top.
They were running crossing routes, and they wide open.
Do you think there's any credence in the fact that they're just old and they can't go 4 quarters anymore, Hard?
Who's old?
The defensive line.
Cam Jordan.
They just can't go 4 quarters. They're worn out in the
Honey Badger. Who doesn't like Honey Badger? I mean, come on. Honey Badger, one of the greatest LSU players ever. A difference maker. But watch. I guarantee when we play the Rams, he's going to miss a couple of tackles. He's going to be in the right place.
No, I would take that. I know he's going to do that.
Probably bet that on FanDuel.
It should be about a 5 or 6 yard game, and then he misses the tackle. Oh, no, that's a chunk play. And now explosively, then it's a 30-yarder.
The thing is, you got to win in the trenches in this game. If you don't, you got no shot to beat the Rams.
Well, they should win in the trenches. The Rams' offensive line is not that good.
Well, then you got to put pressure on Stafford.
Yeah. They don't put it'd be like picking chickens. I never forget this. When you don't get a pass rush, I love this. I can make a sandwich right there like picking chicken. You throw wherever you want. If they don't get after Matthew Stafford, I guarantee he'll be picking chicken.
We'll be back with more sports.
You get points for that?
Yep. Don't go away. Harry McCullough talks Nicholls State and also a feature of the week.
Rouse's Markets is voted best grocery store in New Orleans, best grocery store in Baton Rouge, Mississippi, Gulf Coast, Thibodeau, Houma, Hammond, Lake Charles, Mobile, year after year. Thank you for choosing us best grocery store on the Gulf Coast. Number one. Thank you.
Thank you.
The number one grocery store
In Mississippi, Alabama,
Louisiana. 1 million customers a week can't be wrong. Welcome to Rouse's.
Every day, thousands of people hit the road heading towards their dreams. But sometimes those dreams collide with a harsh reality. Auto accidents with 18-wheelers can change lives in an instant. That's why you need the experience and expertise of St. Martin & Bork. With over 50 years of experience, St. Martin & Bork have fought for justice for the victims of truck accidents.
If you've been in a wreck with an 18-wheeler, know your rights.
Call St. Martin & Bork today to schedule your free consultation.
Selecting an insurance provider for your business is a big decision.
With over 26 years of experience, our offered team is your solution for quality and proven coverage.
The customer service you remember from years ago is what we pride our team on.
We know how important your company is to the community.
From small businesses to large businesses, Alford & Associates can manage your insurance. It's our job.
Alford and Associates, benefiting your employees and protecting your business.
Sports on the Bayou is brought to you by Alford and Associates, protecting your business, benefiting your employees. Rouse's Markets, official supermarket of the New Orleans Saints. And St. Martin & Bork Attorneys at Law. Know your rights. Now, back to more Sports on the Bayou.
We're back here on Sports on the Bayou. H, throwing it to you, brother.
Yeah, we're going to wrap up Nichols. They finished up with Southeastern, and their season comes to an end. And they end up 4-8 on the year, 2-5 on the year. Boy, this was a year of the close games. Though they were just close on almost everything. But this has kind of typified their season. They got real close with a team that's going to be in the playoffs probably, and one of the top teams. But they fall at the end. Pat McQuaid runs in it for 9 as he ducks under a tackle. They did get a field goal here. This one went through. It cost them last week for sure. A little while later, it's McQuaid again. You can see they're down 6 across the middle. Scrappy Osby is wide open, and he's gone for the touchdown. And they missed the PAT. So it's tied at 16.
Damn Commanders against the Cowgirls. Take the extra point.
And then as time runs out, Southeastern gets the game winner for the River Bell Classic, and they win it by 3. So, again, Colonel's close this year, but, I don't know if you do transfer portal, you do other kind of things like that, you get it rolling, but they're going to get it fixed because they ain't not that far off.
The one thing, Coach Rebo was on with us last night, they had always had a small opening recruiting class. He said it's going to be done differently this year. A lot of kids will say, you offer me the scholarship, I'm taking it now. I don't want you to pull it back. So I think you'll see bigger numbers in early December because now the signing date has been moved up a week.
Right.
And that's going to affect LSU and everybody else, Tulane, Nicholls State.
Well, we need, the signing class and all that. Then we need Lester Beamer and all to step up with name, image, and likeness.
He gives all his money to Edie White now. So let's turn to the big game this week. And I'm just joking with that. Kyle was saying,
segue.
Hey, Kyle, let's talk about the big matchup and what's it like? Well, you guys played 3 weeks ago, I guess now. So how was it this quick turnaround? How is it preparing for an opponent in the playoffs with this kind of turnaround?
It's unusual. It really is, but I think it's to both of our advantages to be able to see the opponent on field. So it's going to be a battle Friday. And like I said, like I told the kids, practice on Thanksgiving, that means something's good's happening. So it's going to be a great environment, a lot of people. And I just told Brian, we're just ready to play a football game. This is exhausting. It really is. We just want to practice football, go play football. So Friday night can't get here quick enough.
Well, you need that adrenaline too, right? Because, look, at this time of year, you kind of beat up. Your shoulders are messed up. Your knees are messed up, that kind of stuff. Are you guys healthy going into this game?
Pretty healthy. We've got most of our guys back, so should be close to full speed. Yeah.
Again, your team seems more ball control. I mean, you got some explosive players as well. Defense seems to be the way you do things. They kind of more big plays. So how do you kind of want to control that?
We want to be big play. That's what we want to be.
Right. You want to score, right?
Yeah. It really doesn't, but we make no excuses for the fact that we want to keep the ball in our hands, and that's really the purpose of the offense. But I think we got some guys that can make things happen offensively, defensively. We run around pretty well, so and so do they. So it's a good matchup.
And Harry, whether it's Vanderbilt, EDY, Vanderbilt, a lot of times a normal fan, you go to a game, you watch a game, they follow the ball. But you need a challenge, a pep talk to both of y'all teams. Challenge those big son of a guns in the trenches. Okay, are we going to win or are you going to lose? Now, nobody's going to recognize you, but then you look at the film as coaches, you know who's winning and losing. I'm telling you, a lot of times those guys don't get the recognition, and that could obviously dictate the outcome of a game.
Oh, yeah.
In the trenches, what's happening? The fans follow the ball, but that could be a big difference.
Absolutely. I told our team as well, this comes down to blocking and tackling like it has for years and years. Let's not make that assumption that just because it's a rivalry game that stuff's not important. And so, you're going to be pumped up for 2 or 3 plays, and then reality's going to set in. You're going to be playing a football game. You're going to look around the stadium. It's going to be packed. And then you're going to focus on the football field. So none of that really is important. Let's control what we can control. And a big part of that is block, tackle, cover people. Don't make mistakes.
And do your job, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, Brian Wallace, head coach at Vanderbilt. Same question, first of all, what it is playing a quick turnaround like this?
It's been good for us. Obviously, their offense is a little bit different. We don't see that week in and week out. So being able to see it, prepare now longer. Obviously, we only had 4 days. It's been good for us. But it's, we say if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. So it's going to be a good matchup.
Rivalry game like this, you didn't grow up in this atmosphere, right? But Nichols, this area. But for you as a rivalry game, they hadn't beaten Edie White in kind of a while. So playing, I guess you're going to have at least that edge of your players that are coming back after a loss a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, obviously that's an added element to it. I know everyone thinks that and says that, but for us, we approach every week is it's the biggest game because it's the next game, and we got to take the Terriers off the schedule and do our job and execute.
Well, your team health wise, where you at? I know your quarterback was out. It was a Jack Chestnut. He was out for a while. You had a little Henry in there. Where you at with quarterback, and where you at health-wise going into this game?
We're full health.
Well, that's
you're
not going to get it up and get in there.
So I ain't going to tell you nobody's hurt.
Come on,
it's the playoffs. Right?
Everyone's taking notes.
We're ready to roll.
I got you. So again, this atmosphere and playing in that, this is the most important game because it is the next game. So is that how your players? I mean, the experience. It hadn't been last year. I guess you almost met again, right, in the playoffs.
I wasn't there last year, but I guess so. We did. But yeah, just for us to be able to be playing during Thanksgiving has been a great opportunity for us. And we talk about the stage on Friday night. Don't let it be bigger than it is because it's still 53 1/3 yards wide and 120 yards long. So it's gonna be a good one.
All right, Coach. Well, we appreciate it, man. Thank you guys. Best of luck to both teams. May both teams stay healthy and give us a good show on Friday night.
Thank you, H. We'll be back with more sports on the Bayou.
Right after the break, it's LSU time. Stick around. It's getting good.
Since 1954, Terrebonne General has been a beacon of health and hope in our community. As we mark 7 decades of dedication to your well-being, Terrebonne General Health System remains committed to advancing healthcare, improving lives, and expanding our services to meet your evolving needs. In celebrating our past, we look forward to a future filled with promise and progress. Your health is our legacy. To discover more, visit tghealthsystem.com.
Since 1988, Quality Rental Tools has provided specialized products to the oil and gas industry. Our locations allow for quick service to both land and marine operations. At Quality Rental, our name represents our commitment to our customers. Our uncompromising principles help us remain a strong and vibrant member of the oil and gas industry. To order any of our products for offshore and land needs, call us today at 1-888-922-3449. Quality Rental Tools, our name says it all.
Here at South Louisiana Bank, we know the importance of working together as a team.
We're always here for you when you need a loan. By the way, here's that crawfish powder you needed. You can borrow it anytime.
So whether it's business or personal banking, we do it all. Visit our locations to find out how we can support your financial needs.
Good luck with the restaurant.
Thank you. And tell your mama thanks for the recipe. Her secret's safe with me.
I will.
South Louisiana Bank. It's better when we bank together.
Sports on the Bayou is brought to you by Rouse's Markets, official supermarket of the New Orleans Saints. Alford & Associates, protecting your business, benefiting your employees. And St. Martin & Bork Attorneys at Law. Know your rights. Now, back with more Sports on the Bayou.
Back here on Sports on the Bayou. Guys, our LSU segment, the Tigers got back on the winning ways, 24-17 over Vanderbilt. To be honest, the score is no indication. LSU really dominated this game after the first play.
Yeah, Nussmeier played great.
They got hit early,
Yep.
and then, man, you see it here with Skinner. Pave.
Well, that's when we went 3 and out. They scored. Everybody saying, "Fire Kelly, fire Kelly," and all.
And then Josh Williams, man, gets in for the score. This is the best game Josh Williams has ever played in.
He was a leader amongst the players. He had 90 of those, 14 carries, a season high in yardage. No, Mike, he was unbelievable. And if you look at him, he had 151 total yards and a couple of touchdowns on 18 touches.
And so he started at LSU a preferred walk-on.
Yeah,
he was a walk. He didn't have a scholarship when he got there. And then Nussmeier, back to pass, got a little heat, rolls it out, throws it on the run. Gets a big.
No, Nussmeier was outstanding. Completed 76% of his passes. He was 28 of 37, 332 yards. Don't be hating on Nuss.
And then again, Josh Williams for the score, 14-7 LSU.
Now, it'll be interesting to see Oklahoma. I mean,
they better stop Jackson Dart, is all I can tell you. Then puts it up, man, right on the money here. Completion, Kyron Lacey for the first down.
I don't know. These young kids like these uniforms. I like the old school uniform. I don't know. You can. I look at these uniforms sometimes. Is that LSU or what? I don't know.
Then Aaron.
I like the old uniform.
Gets in for the school. No, gets down to the 11-yard line. Nussmeier back to pass.
Close-minded.
Yeah, get off my lawn. I'm like the old man.
And then Kyron Lacey for the touchdown.
I could never do that.
You never spin it like that?
Come on.
Because I didn't get many opportunities either.
Yeah.
Kyron Lacey.
You weren't that open in the end zone either.
Kyron Lacey, Thibodeau's finest.
That's it. Nussmeier back to, and man, Aaron Anderson, what a season he's having.
He's been outstanding.
And then Ramos comes in for the field goal, makes it 24-10. LSU did give up a late score with Pave. And, man, I'll tell you one thing. He's a one tough dude, but they don't have enough firepower. I know they upset Alabama, but that's a football team. You think about what Coach Lay has done. Man, you're not recruiting 4- and 5-star athletes, and you can't get in Vanderbilt with no expired driver's license. I mean, you got to actually be smart to get in there. And, man, he's done a fantastic job.
I'm not hating on no SEC school, but if you get a degree from Vanderbilt, that's kind of like Ivy League-ish. And that's a good thing.
That's the closest to it.
Yeah, I graduated from Vanderbilt.
Well, you talked about it earlier. It's teams like Vandy that, with this portal, with all the money, a player here or there, a quarterback at Vandy,
the quarterback
makes a difference. Now, these quarterbacks are moving around. Now you hear about the Texas kid, he going back in the portal, right? The starter over at Texas.
But wait,
they make a difference. Well, so you're going to see teams that haven't been in there that'll be competitive.
Oh, we think like LSU against Oklahoma. Okay, I don't care if we were playing in Norman or Baton Rouge, LSU should win. Oklahoma's a 500 team. I know they crushed Alabama, and you think we're restless. Oh, the natives are really restless.
Not too happy.
In Alabama.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, that's why Saban's so freaking smart. He got out way before ahead. I'm going to tell you right now, I looked at my crystal ball. Hey, Bear, what are you talking about? I looked at my crystal ball. You know what's going to be the challenge for LSU and the likes of Alabama? Because it's all about the money with these young kids. Look, we just lost the top quarterback. He's staying at home. Come on. How can you blame him if you as parents and you're trying to get ahead in life, 30 miles from Ann Arbor to go to University of Michigan?
And they're going to pay you $2.5 million a year.
Yeah, and you know, it's a lot more than LSU. So the bottom line is, I'm telling you right now, watch in the future, and you might say, hey, Barry, you poo-pooed on our parade, all the Tiger fans and all that. I can tell you right now, look at Phil Knight in Oregon, watch Texas A&M, Ohio State. You think LSU and Alabama can keep up with them? Okay.
They don't have a guy that can write one check that will spend more than the 25 that you got to get.
I'm just telling you, you can remember what I told you today, right before Thanksgiving 2024. Watch a handful of years what's going to occur, and that how can LSU not be that relevant? LSU is going to be relevant, but then there's going to be different categories.
We'll be back with more sports on the Bayou.
Right after a short break, Stan Gravois in his Prep Football Roundup.
Selecting an insurance provider for your business is a big decision.
With over 26 years of experience, our Alford team is your solution for quality and proven coverage.
The customer service you remember from years ago is what we pride our team on.
We know how important your company is to the community.
From small businesses to large businesses, Alford & Associates can manage your insurance. It's our job.
Alford & Associates, benefiting your employees and protecting your business.
Rouse's Markets is voted best grocery store in New Orleans, best grocery store in Baton Rouge, Mississippi, Gulf Coast, Thibodeau, Houma, Hammond, Lake Charles, Mobile, year after year. Thank you for choosing us best grocery store on the Gulf Coast. Number one. Thank you.
Thank you.
The number one grocery store
in Mississippi, Alabama,
Louisiana. 1 million customers a week can't be wrong. Welcome to Rouse's.
Every day, thousands of people hit the road heading towards their dreams. But sometimes those dreams collide with a harsh reality. Auto accidents with 18-wheelers can change lives in an instant. That's why you need the experience and expertise of St. Martin & Borg. With over 50 years of experience, St. Martin & Borg have fought for justice for the victims of truck accidents.
If you've been in a wreck with an 18-wheeler, know your rights.
Call St. Martin & Borg today to schedule your free consultation.
Sports on the Bayou is brought to you by St. Martin & Bork Attorneys at Law. Know your rights. Alford & Associates, protecting your business, benefiting your employees. And by Rouse's Markets, official supermarket of the New Orleans Saints. Now, back to Sports on the Bayou.
Welcome back to Sports on the Bayou. I feel extremely fortunate because I get to talk to a coach whose opposing coach is in Monroe, not sitting right next door to him at the same table down there. Very fortunate to have Jesse Turner with me here, the head coach of CCA. Of course, CCA playing extremely well, undefeated. Big win on Friday night, took on their rival. You know, we talk about the E.D. White Vanderbilt rival. You're developing that rival with Central Catholic, but had a good game. Talk about that game a little bit.
Well, man, we knew it was going to be a tough game for us, playing them week 10 of the season. It's always hard to play a team twice, especially back-to-back like that. But like I said before, man, we challenge our guys every week, and those guys went out and answered the bell. You know, we stuck to the fundamentals like Coach Kyle said, tackling and blocking. We did an exceptional job at that, man, and we made plays when they presented themselves. So I'm excited about that.
This week it's going to be Washington Christian. Before we get to that, yesterday we were speaking, and I thought it was a kind of a profound moment.
Yeah.
We're talking about Carson, who's actually in the house tonight.
Oh, yeah.
And you went to Carson after the game and said, man, you had a little pep in your step, a little juice tonight. And give his answer of what he told you, because I think it's sort of what kids don't realize what the moment is.
Well, Carson's our senior guy, man. He plays all over the field. He plays running back. He plays some quarterback for us, defensive end, kicker. And this game, he just had a little extra juice with him, you know, especially carrying the ball. And I asked him Monday at practice, I'm like, man, what got into you? And he said, Coach, I don't know when my last game going to be, right? And that kind of like, I'm like, okay, I got you, right? And I love that answer. I love the way he approached the game because, you never know when your last game going to be. It could be week 2, it could be week 3. Football is a very physical game. It's a tough game. But again, I'm so excited about him. I'm blessed to have him on our roster doing all the things that he does.
His dad doesn't mess up the staff. Huh?
No. He just pads the stats a little bit for Carson every now and then.
His dad a heck of a football player back in the day too. Listen, talk about your staff. I know Travis is on your staff too. So talk about who you have here from your staff.
Yeah, I have Travis Abear, man. He does an exceptional job with linebackers, man, and he do so much extra things for us. I also have at the table here, I have Coach Markel Daigle. I know I speak a lot about our coordinators. He's one of those guys that the fun is not on Friday for him. The fun is in the preparation, right? And I love that about him. We also have Coach Jamal Nixon. When you hear Jamal Nixon's name in our locker room, the guys get ready, right? Because he approached the game the right way. He's our motor. He's our engine. So I'm definitely blessed to have him, and he's also one of my best friends. We have Coach Wayne Champagne. He assists with the defensive line. He does a lot of extra things for us as well. We have Coach Troy Jackson, who's also our principal, and he keeps me in line. And he also helps with the DBs, man. So I'm actually blessed just to have the staff that I have.
I'm going to ask Jason if he could get it ready real quick, the little tilt play. This is going viral, over 4 million views. I don't know if you guys have ever seen
That's too funny.
That is the offensive line. I was in the press box of the game, and when they did that, I was getting up to go to use the bathroom, and I saw him do it, and I didn't know what to say. It was extremely funny. Yeah. Who's the leader of that?
That's Cade Quick. That's our senior. It's all of his ideas, a player-led thing. A lot of guys around the community say, what did you tell them about that? I love it. You know what I'm saying? You have fun playing the game. It's a very physical game. It's been a long, long season. Like we're in week 13 right now. So if you can enjoy yourself while playing in the round 2 of a playoff game, and what I like the most about it, everybody did it at once, right? Yep. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Everybody fell at the same time. So that showed you what type of unit they are.
They missed their call, and they should be in synchronized swimming. They could be Olympians.
You even had the slot guy do it.
Yeah. I know, they were awesome.
He wanted to join the party Peyton's the only guy who didn't do it with everybody else.
Peyton didn't get the memo.
You're right. It does show a little unit.
That's teamwork, baby.
Getting back to both Kyle Lasang and to Brian Wallace, they had big games on Friday night, too. Want to show you some highlights from that. First, we're going to look at the E.D. White game. They took on Livingston Collegiate, and I was wrong, Bobby. Livingston Collegiate is the old Cohen school from New Orleans.
Oh, Cohen, I remember.
We thought it was Livingston Parish last week. I'm sorry, there's so many new high schools in the state of Louisiana, it's hard to keep up anymore. But no problems for the Cardinals in this one. Actually, one of those running time games, both teams actually played running time.
That was a chunk play.
Yeah, big plays. And, it's a situation where you hope you're hitting your stride at the right time. That's a nice, exciting play for that young man. And no problems again for E.D. White in this one. They go on to roll over Livingston Collegiate. The final in that one was 51-14, which obviously sets up the big game. Same thing pretty much here at Buddy Marcella in Houma, where Vanderbilt had no problems with Archbishop Hannon. Archbishop Hannon did not have a very good record, but in talking to Brian along the way and seeing them, they had a really good quarterback. You know, they had some pieces, they just didn't have these pieces. And when you got that piece, you know, things can happen good for you.
They make you look smart as a coach, right, Stan? That guy right there.
Yeah, I agree. Again, no problems, as this was a running clock game also where Vanderbilt pulled ahead. You know, to see that in the Bayou region in the second round, that we have teams that are just cruising. I don't think we've ever had 3 teams in the quarterfinals in the Bayou region.
To win like that.
Well, Stan, now, I don't know. I should know this. Who has the home field? Are they playing at Nicholls State, or where are y'all playing the game?
So these guys are playing at Nicholls.
They play at Nicholls.
It's funny, we were in the press box last week, and we said, the guys up there for CCA were like, we're not giving up Nicholls.
No, keep that home field in there.
I'm thinking, I know Kyle good enough that Kyle's probably sitting saying, no, we're playing at my place, and I'm taking every dollar that comes in my place. So they'll be playing at Harvey Pelche Stadium in Thibodeau. So they are. So we're talking about the number 3 seed, E.D. White being the number 3 seed, and Vanderbilt being the number 6 seed in the playoff.
Thank you, Stan. Appreciate it, buddy. Good luck to you, Coach. We'll be back with more Sports on the Bayou.
Coming up, Chuck Bork or his sit-in will be here for What's Up, Chuck? When it comes to marine towing, Crosby Tugs has over 40 years of experience. We have the know-how to safely assist ships into and out of their berths, escort oil tankers quickly and safely, tow ships, respond to fuel spills, and work in extreme conditions. Founded in 1977 by Vinton and Kurt Crosby, we are one of the largest privately owned marine transportation businesses in the industry. If it's on the water, let Crosby be your transporter.
When you have a history of greatness, the real challenge starts after the finish line. When victory alone isn't enough, you chase something greater, no matter how difficult the path. On the dirt, in the sand, and beyond. The new 2024 Ridgeline, Passport, and Pilot, part of our most rugged trail sport lineup yet. From Honda.
Gen Gators Power Systems is the area's leading Kohler standby generator solution, specializing in maintenance, repair, and installation on all major brands, from gas to diesel and 2kW to 2000. Home or commercial, our team has you covered. Our factory-certified technicians and installers are highly trained to provide response and repair when you need it the most. We service what we sell, period. Trust the Gen Gators, where we sink our teeth in the service.
Sports on the Bayou is also brought to you by our corporate sponsors. Terrebonne General Community Sports Institute, Gen Gators Power Systems, South Louisiana Bank, Quality Rental Tools, Barker Honda, Crosby Tugs. Now, back to Sports on the Bayou.
We're back here on Sports on the Bayou. It's our What's Up Chuck segment. Chuck Bork here. Chuck, great to see you again. And you all casual on the Tuesday, so man.
A little bit casual today. We're coming up to the Thanksgiving holiday. I figured I could take it down a notch. I had a question for Bobby. And I'm watching the Edie White-Vanderbilt rivalry coming up, and it's really a neat thing to see the two schools play like this. But Bobby, I know when you were growing up, there were a couple of teams y'all played on a frequent basis. Wanted you to talk about what do you develop going forward out of those rivalries, something that maybe the kids that are watching later tonight can hear about. It don't just concentrate on hating the other team, play competitively, but what comes out of that as you go down the road?
Well, the thing is, it's like your brother, your friend. You want to beat your brother. I mean, look, last night we win this John Harbaugh against Jim Harbaugh. Think about the dad, how proud he has to be. They played in a Super Bowl. Now, all I know is I'm an older brother, Billy, who played at Nichols, is my younger brother. I would just tell him, just do what I say so I don't beat you up. So I'm just telling you, all I know is John Harbaugh has played Jim Harbaugh 3 times, and John Harbaugh has won all the games. Jim Harbaugh, that's driving him crazy. I'm telling you. I know Jim more than John. When you talk about those relationships, though, that you develop. This is almost, it'll be 50 years in 2027, but all this in New Orleans and the Bayou. We played Bonneville Bruins in the state championship, and there was a number of players that went up to Northwestern and Natchitoches, and we still have a friendship today. That you have lifelong friendships between E.D. White, Vanderbilt, vice versa, whatever it is, that you remember competing against one another. And then you'll be at some setting or something, and then you reminisce and all that. That is like something that you can relate to one another. That is not the casual individual, maybe in the public, but like, hey, we were in the trenches. So that's why when you bring that up, this can go a long way. And y'all remember this, that when you're competing, it might be only at the high school level, and then you might go 50 years later, and we still have a relationship.
And that's something I think that is good to talk about, whether it is building relationships as you go forward, because I'm at the same, not quite as old as Bobby, but I'm getting to that age now. But still to this day, my hair's not as gray, and I got a little bit more still.
Well, you have hair.
But that's one of the up 15 yards. But as you go forward, to remember those relationships. And I've got hair under my armpits, but I won't show you guys. I'll spare you that. There we go. There we go. All right, no, but
And
thanks a lot.
I've never shaved my armpits.
Good luck to E.D. White and Vanderbilt. Looking forward to a
I'm
great
like
game.
a reptilian.
Thank you, Chuck.
I'm like a
Appreciate it. We'll be
reptilian.
back with more sports on the Bayou.
Don't fall asleep now, because when we come back, I'll give away an award to someone who's in the audience on my Stay to Play segment.
Every day, thousands of people hit the road heading towards their dreams. But sometimes those dreams collide with a harsh reality. Auto accidents with 18-wheelers can change lives in an instant. That's why you need the experience and expertise of St. Martin & Bork. With over 50 years of experience, St. Martin & Bork have fought for justice for the victims of truck accidents.
If you've been in a wreck with an 18-wheeler, know your rights.
Call St. Martin & Bork today to schedule your free consultation.
Rouse's Markets is voted best grocery store in New Orleans, best grocery store in Baton Rouge, Mississippi, Gulf Coast, Thibodeau, Houma, Hammond, Lake Charles, Mobile, year after year. Thank you for choosing us best grocery store on the Gulf Coast. Number one. Thank you.
Thank you.
The number one grocery store
In Mississippi, Alabama,
Louisiana. 1 million customers a week can't be wrong. Welcome to Rouse's.
Sports on the Bayou is brought to you by Alford and Associates, protecting your business, benefiting your employees. Rouse's Markets, official supermarket of the New Orleans Saints. And St. Martin & Bork Attorneys at Law. Know your rights. Now, back to more Sports on the Bayou.
We're back here
And my
on
grandpa
Sports
shaved
on the
once
Bayou.
every 2 weeks.
It's our State of Play
Like last time I
segment. Martin, you
shaved
got
a
it.
week ago.
All right, here's what we're going to do. I want to first of all say we have some sponsors here too. I see Harvey Sharp in the audience, Travis A. Bear, Steve Crispino. They're going to be helping us. We simulcasting both games on live stream. CC and E.D. White.
So you have the rights to that, Martin? Or?
I do. I got right from all the schools. We got good relationships with the school, Bobby. Not like in your day.
No, I'm just checking you. I'm just checking you.
Yeah, we go through
report you to the
protocol.
FCC.
Yeah. So look, what we're going to do, and Steve's going to be doing play-by-play with me on Vanderbilt, E.D. White, and Brett's going to be doing Covenant Christian. So thanks to the sponsors. Otherwise, we couldn't do it. We appreciate all of you. And all the sponsors here today, thank you all very much. All right. Covenant Christian. Like I said, we got some fine
That's
people.
some good-looking men there.
Yeah, they are. So, Carson, you're going to come pull the first one for us, all right? This one's going to be the $40 one, okay? We're going to do a 40, a 60, and then the $100 gift card from South Louisiana Bank. So there's no pressure on you, Carson, but only one person is going to be happy and 99 are going to be very upset, okay? All right, you ready?
Yes, sir.
See, you heard that? Yes, sir.
Oh, I like that. Very respectful. Yes,
'cause he
sir.
thinks
No,
he's gonna
sir.
win.
Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. What's wrong with that? It's not the Deep South. All
You'll
the damn
pick one.
Yankees don't even say that no more. That's a
I
fact.
want you to lean over that mic right there and just say that number for me real loud.
I'm bringing you
0, 2, say yes,
7,
no, ma'am.
6, 3, 3.
Will you
all my
respect?
kids, all my kids.
Who ended in 3-3?
Oh, Kenny Pop.
All right.
That's why we
Come on up.
Kenny Pop.
one of the southern.
Man, Jack's table, y'all finally got a win over there, Steve. All right. Thank you there. Appreciate it.
Yeah, respect.
All right. Who we got? Owen and Peyton. Okay, here we go.
Like who?
It's a Trosclair clan up here now. Let's see. Look, this one's 60. Just before you pull, wait, hold on.
Look.
If you are working for the government, you can get $60 because 66 is the cutoff, all right? If you win and you're in the government, this $100 cannot go your way. We'll be breaking the law. You can split it with somebody and we still leave.
Breaking the law.
Okay? Just want to make that clear for the, I mean, I got an attorney sitting 2 feet away from me right here. We got to make
Well,
sure.
we got a whole table full of police people out here. What are you worried about?
They're ready to
breaking the law?
put the cuffs on me too.
We know
All
the
right,
guy.
$60, you ready?
027666.
Oh,
wait, we have a winner with 666.
Oh, with the devil one?
Whoa, don't come near me, please. Wow, what's that?
Yeah, really. And the gift card, right?
So wait, who
We got-
won that? We got to
No,
put that back.
$40 winner. There we go.
Wow.
Let me give the 40 away first.
We got a pretty-
I was getting a little confused there. All right, $60. Don't spend it in one place, okay?
All right.
All right, here we go. Come on, Mr. Trosclair. You just pull that third one out of there. You cannot pull your daddy or your grandpa.
You're like the kicker that misses the field goal at the end of the game if someone loses.
That mic for me, real.
027657.
Oh, I missed it by one. Who's got the 5-7?
Oh, somebody in the studio won.
Jason. Oh, Jason in the control room behind. Jason has been. Jason, scream real loud so they could hear you. I did good with the soundproof walls, didn't I? All right, well, look, I'm gonna give Jason. I'm gonna give Jason 100.
Come on, Martin, you got to honor.
All right, let's do another one. Come on, Bobby Arsenault, come pull this last one.
Yeah, you got to pick.
I'm gonna give. I'll take care of Jason. But we're gonna do a gift card from South Louisiana Bank.
We're gonna do a fact
pull
check
another
on
one
that.
of my
Make sure
crew.
he's taking care
I'm out of the game here. Pull Joni. She hadn't won anything.
I got my glasses.
You got your glasses. Well, a lot of help you are.
I know. I think we'll put it in the light.
You want me to read it for you?
Yeah, read it for me.
Yeah, I need my glasses.
027710. Come on. Mr. Amen, Travis Amen.
Come on down.
Travis is one of our sponsors. South Louisiana Bank's one of our sponsors. So South Louisiana Bank just paid some of Travis's sponsorship money.
Yeah.
Travis, all right, my man. Hey, where's that to, Steve, by the way?
It's just a gift card.
Gift card? You could go anywhere, right? Okay. All right, well, there you have it. So, big game. Steve Pompey, you going to the game on Friday? Which one? It was a trick question, by the
You
way.
go like half and a half?
You can't pick a bad game in the area, no doubt about it.
Thank you, Martin. We'll be back to finish it off here on Sports on the Bayou.
Coming up, a look at next week's game.
The farther I went, the more people I seen, all my heroes. Staubach, Drew Pearson, Terry Bradshaw. I kicked the extra point. I kicked off. I ran punch back. I ran kicks back. I played safety. When I met Martin Falls, it was called Park. He was playing with the Rebels, and I was playing with the Tigers. Those teams back then was like, whoa, you know? In fact, we played against each other through our whole career. And we're the best of friends still today. They still can pull Skippy Ezel up and recall his past, what he did in life. I wish I'd had HTV to support me when I was at South Turbo.
Ezel throws a great pass. It was one-on-one coverage. And Jerry Gordon, with his great speed, is very hard to cover one-on-one.
I want to thank HTV for keeping Skippy Ezel in the lights.
Sports on the Bayou is brought to you by Rouse's Markets, official supermarket of the New Orleans Saints. Alford & Associates, protecting your business, benefiting your employees. And St. Martin & Bork Attorneys at Law. Know your rights. Now, back with more Sports on the Bayou.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. We'll be back next week with another version of Sports on the Bayou.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Who dat?
We'll see you next week on Sports on the Bayou.